Next at the GPC Ukraine Market Outlook webinar is the Sustainability and Climate Change session featuring Elena Neroba, Business Development Manager of MaxiGrain. Ms. Neroba, the floor is yours.
Hi everyone, nice to be here with you. I'm very appreciated to GPC and Ukraine Pulse Association for this opportunity to share my experience and my view at sustainability and climate change. So, few words about me. I'm Elena Neroba, a market analyst from Greece-based brokerage company MaxiGrain. We support Black Sea producers and exporters to find new market in Europe, Middle East and Asia. So let's go. What is the key reason why we should, keep more attention to sustainability and climate change? As previous Secretary General of United Nations told a few years ago, climate change is a really great threat for sustainable development, for sustainable future. But any threat is in the same time a great possibility, a great opportunity to do something better, to develop our sources and to create a better and brighter future. What is the key stuff to talk about climate changes and what we should keep in mind daily? Firstly, it's the uncertain impact of climate change. Will in future we increase production or will we face with a new risk? It's really uncertainty for today. Because firstly, the agriculture sector, which is the key, the first point in sustainability development, always face it with great challenges. Secondly, I should mention that agriculture is one of the bigger contributors of greenhouse gases emission, like directly and at the same time through other activities. For example, up to 17% of the greenhouse emissions, it's emissions which provide directly through agricultural activities, and up to 14% through land use. So it's a part of problem. Will we find a solution of greenhouse emission? And the third big point which we should always bear in mind is that we should apply reforms on each levels, like international, national and sectors levels. These reforms should be directly connected with government and policies, and all these efforts should be specified by investments of pursuit of these objectives. So I tried to figure out four main groups of such issues. Like I told you before, it's level of contributes of share in greenhouse emission. Numbers that I provide, it's for today could be even like an old one, and I hope that for example, the steps which European Union use, I talk about RED II protocol, will minimize this greenhouse emission. The second one is that climate change has created challenges for agriculture sector, and this challenge will be deeper each year, and it's a great opportunity to really create something new and develop and use it for development. It will increase these challenges, influences of these challenges will increase, and we see now how rapidly could daily change temperatures or rainfall variation. For example, here in Kiev, today we have -7, and in two days we will have +3 Celsius. It's a huge change in such a small period of time. As well as other weather events which are adding to pressure on global agriculture production and food system in general. Also, we need to keep in mind that climate change is expected to have negative effect both on crop and livestock production. As we see, dryness, rain showers, etc., could minimize our expectation on crop, and through lower crop production, we will face with challenges in livestock production. And the last key issue is that we need to be self-initiated. We need to initiate our efforts by each farmers to adapt climate change. Because all these steps which I already talked about should begin from the farmers. This is a small graph which I want to pay your attention on. This is a map. I'd like to make an example not on the pulses, but on maize crop, on the corn crop, because it's the biggest, one of the more representative crop all over the world. So on this map, you can see how we projected changes in the yields for corn all over the world as compared with its potential. So if the weather condition, if climate condition stay same, and what will happen, which crop we will have, which yield, I'm sorry, we will have, and which yield we could get after all these climate changes. As we see, the most map is red. It means that yields will decrease probably on 15%, mostly in the cane production regions. We see here Argentina, US Corn Belt will be affected, as well as Ukraine and European Union, and as well as Chinese territory, which produce corn as well. So the same situation we can relocate to all another crops. Another map which I want to share with you. It's this is a current situation, and this is how it could be in 50 years. The colorful map is the difference between current and 2070. So this is the conditions which are good fit for agriculture, and we see that almost all main areas will get worse conditions. It's both temperature and soil moisture level. Only the central and north part of the US and the south part of Canada, some part of Russia and some part of China, after all these climate changes, will get better conditions. So if we relocate these map to numbers, we will see that in 50 years, more than 3 billion people will live in regions which are looks like Sahara Desert. Almost 30% for if we extrapolate how population will grow, almost 30% of world population will live in almost in the desert. So what should we do to avoid this situation? As I told you before, we have 3 levels of step which we should take to avoid huge climate changes influence and to support sustainability development. At the international level, at the highest level, we firstly need to support strategy for emission reductions, such as RED II protocol or earlier approved intended nationally determined contributions to recognize the threat which climate change poses to sustainability food production. The second level is national level. Each country, each nation should be wider social, economic, and wider provide environment policy settings in trade, in investment, in infrastructure, and education policies. We need to support sustainable production growth. We need to combine it with our efforts to protect water insensitive crops, to support poor farmers, to improve overall policy, which will be more effective than the marginal fine tuning of existing agriculture policies. And the third level, the sector level, it's what we should do in each branch of economy. If we talk about agriculture, firstly, it's investment in research and development, for sure, to sprout innovations that can improve sustainability and production growth. And the second main step for sector level is that we need to reform distortive agriculture policies that encourage unsustainable intensification. So all these 3 levels we should always combine, and to not to forget that we have just one planet. How to predict it, changes could reduce global production. There is one thing that firstly on the first level, carbon dioxide could increase crop yields, but it's just for a very low period. After this increased, the next more wide period of time will be decreasing in yields, as we see, as we already saw on the previous map. The study, which was led by the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, shows us that we need to extend to which project changes we need to put our efforts to reduce water availability, effect. I'm sorry. For example, here in Ukraine, it's very popular to like some populism to tell a story about that we need to use irrigation, but definitely we do not have enough water for such huge areas to irrigate it. And if I have no time, I should say the last one slide. Why pulses could be the key to sustainable development and to minimize climate changes. Firstly, pulses fix nitrogen, and maybe globally from 3 up to 6 million tons of nitrogens in soils are kept by pulses. Then all the greenhouse gas which produced from the animal production could be lowered if we use pulses in animal nutrition. So pulses are not just cheaper than meat and more higher quality food for a lot of people, but pulses could be a key to minimize climate changes. Now I'd like to thank you for your attention. I hope you will get this presentation and could learn it deeply. If someone has any question, I will be appreciate to answer. Thank you.